Hey everyone, it's Megan from Bookish Delights. And this video is my ContemporaryAthon wrap up, and normally I have videos going up on every Friday, but I decided to wait until the following Monday to upload this video and actually to film this video because I wanted to wait until the readathon was over so I can really talk about the books that I have read for the readathon. So ContemporaryAthon, this was round 5 and I read a total of 2 books and started on a 3rd book, and I missed the live show because I completely forgot about it. I was also sick this week and I'm still currently sick, so I was just sleeping a lot, reading, so I didn't really want to do much because I was sick. Okay, so before I get into the books that I read, I'm going to quickly go down through the challenges that you had to do, or you had to try to read books that will fit these challenges. There are 7 different ones, and the first one is green on the cover, new to you author, a diverse read, a backlist, dark or hard hitting, illustrated cover, and beloved by a member of the book community. So the first book that I read was On the Come Up by Angie Thomas, and I actually started that book not like just before the readathon started, or just before I saw the announcement for the readathon, so I ended up putting pause on that book so I could finish it for the readathon. So I am still counting it because I did finish it on the first day of the readathon, so I'm going to count it. And that book fell under 5 different challenges for me, and that was green on the cover. I think her hat has a little bit of green, maybe her pants, I can't quite remember. I do know there was green on it. It's a diverse read. The main character is a person of color. It was a backlist read for me. It came out on February of 2019, so it has been a year, and that's usually when people go with a backlist read, which is a book that's been your TBR for like a year or more, and I have been wanting to read that since it came out. It was also an illustrated cover, and it is beloved by the book community, and it doesn't have to be anyone on BookTube or on Twitter. It can be like one of your friends, a family member who really liked it. And I know there's a couple people in the book battle group that I'm in, and a few of the other book groups I'm on Facebook. I know that they really enjoyed On the Come Up. So it wasn't a new to me author because I did read The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas before. And this is basically the main character, Bree. She is in high school. Because she's a person of color, she gets subject to bullying, and she isn't an equal. She isn't being seen as an equal, especially in her school, and she wants to be a rapper and create music with her experiences. And as she is developing her music career and trying to find her way into the world, it kind of backfires a little bit and gets her into a little bit of trouble, and it just follows along her becoming her true self type thing. And it is a very nice read. There's a lot of action packed into it. I would recommend this read. So then moving on, I also read We Are the Ants by Sean David Hutchinson. And this was a really nice read. It's hard hitting. I loved it. This hit all of the challenges. I am so glad that I was able to find something that would hit all of the challenges, because I knew that the readathon was only like a week long, so I knew that I was probably only going to get around to like 2 books depending on like how I was reading and like the size of them. So I decided to find a book that hit all the challenges, and luckily this one did. This is like a really deep book. The main character, Henry, first of all, he gets abducted by aliens, and they tell him that he has to save the world. He has so many days to save the world. So that's like the comic relief in this. So he is being bullied because of it, because no one really believes him. Except for his boyfriend, Jesse, who did believe him, but he had committed suicide. So really there's no one in Henry's ball court, and they just think he's not all there and he's just making it up just to get attention, I guess. So there is suicide in here, or talks about it. There's depression. What else? There is attempted rape. There's miscarriage. So it is a really big, hard-hitting, dark and hard-hitting book. But it is a really nice read because, again, this is more about finding your true self and finding love for yourself and accepting who you are and just finding out what you want and who you are and who you want to be type thing. It is a very nice read, and I would like to read some more work by Sean Hutchinson, or Sean David Hutchinson, however you would say his name. I do want to try some more of his work. This, I think I rated this, I'm pretty sure, a 5 stars. I went through a whirlwind of emotions through this. I did not think that it was going to be as hard-hitting as it was, or as it is, and it really is, and I recommend this book to anyone. And then the third book that I started reading that I didn't quite make it too far, I think I got to chapter 6, and that is It's Kind of a Funny Story by Nettie, and this is all about, again, mental health, depression, like mental illness. It's another hard-hitting book that's been on my TBR for quite a while, and it is a chunky book. I kind of figured that I wasn't going to get to this book, as well as When Dimple Met Rishi. That was also my TBR, and I didn't get anywhere near starting that book. But this one, if I did get this one done, it would have hit all of the criteria except for diverse. I don't know too much about this book. There could be diversity in the book, so it could have hit all of the criteria or all of the challenges. I'm not quite sure. But again, it's basically this teenage boy, Craig, again, finding yourself and finding who you are and finding ways to love yourself and accepting yourself. And he does have a mental illness. He gets suicide episodes type thing. So it's just his journey of, I don't want to say recovering, but it's just his journey of figuring things out. And that's basically all I know about this book, and I can't wait to continue reading it because I know that I'm going to love this, and I'm probably going to have some more whirlwind emotions while reading it. So I've took a few days break from reading just to recuperate myself where I am sick, and I am getting on the mend. So I can't wait to pick up this book to read. And yeah, so that's all the books that I read for this ContemporaryAthon round 5. And I'm so glad that I actually decided to take part in this. It was kind of like a last minute thing on my part to take part of. But like I said in my 2020 reading goals, or book goals, whatever, that I wanted to take part in more readathons. So it was really fun, and I can't wait to see what other readathons there are that I might take part in. Let me know down below what books you read for this readathon, or if you have taken part in it, and if you haven't, what was the last book that you read this month, or just any last book that you've read in general. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that little bell icon to receive any notifications for when I upload a video. If you have any video suggestions, leave them down in the comments below, or if you have any random questions that you would like to know the answer to, leave them in the comment section below, and I will see you next time.